Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Morning Devotions with Gretchen. I am reading again today from Prayers on Fire, and it's interesting because, I wrote these prayers so long ago. I can't remember if I wrote it in 2013 or 14. It's been quite a long time, and it was the first devotional I ever wrote for Brian Simmons in the Passion Translation. They are my deepest prayers. It is very tender for me. It is very real and raw. And as I look back all these years later at this devotional, sometimes I wonder, I'm like, wow, Lord, you've done such a work in my heart. You've healed me so deeply of so many things. And in other entries, like the one I'm going to read today, nothing's changed. As a matter of fact, this revelation, this prayer that I'm going to share with you today, came out of a season when we were on the mission field, and I was desperate for an answer to prayer. And he wasn't speaking. Have you ever felt that? That you really need God to answer you, but he's literally saying nothing, and it feels like torture sometimes. And I learned a very valuable lesson in this season. It was about a month, and probably many of you have heard me share this before. It was about a month where I didn't hear the Lord say anything. All I felt was his love. I felt his nearness. And I also complained. Even though I could feel it, I would complain, Lord, thank you for your love, and I love being with you, but I really need an answer. This is vital. This is very important. And finally, after a month of complaining, and yes, I did sit in quiet, but I did spend a lot of time complaining. I'm just being completely honest. He came to me and he said, you asked me to give you what you need, and I gave you rest. You asked me to give you what I need, and I drew you close to me. You wanted an answer, and I gave you one. But you kept resisting because you wanted something different, but I know what's best for you. He said, and I will never forget it, he said, when all you hear is silence, lean into it because I am there. I know sometimes we all probably go through this where we feel the sting of the season and we're like, God, you have to answer me. I don't want to be out of your will. I don't want to make the wrong choice, and he doesn't say anything. Perhaps this message is for you as well, that if all you hear is silence, lean into it because he's right there in the midst of it, trying to give you what he knows you actually need, which is rest. And you can't really rest if you're not trusting. So I wrote this particular entry. It is dated November 13th. It's called The Beauty of Silence. I wrote it out of the revelation that I walked in after hearing him say that. And it is gold refined in the fire that I'm sharing with you today. So I encourage you, stop what you're doing. Allow your heart to connect with these words. Talk to him about it. After this time is over, listen to what he wants to say to you about it. And as a reminder, I mentioned yesterday that I have a new prophetic word that I want to share with you, and obviously that's not happening today. It will happen tomorrow. So be on the lookout tomorrow for that prophetic word, and if it blesses you and you know it's going to bless somebody else, as always, feel free to share. But I have to say, I would really love to hear from you in the comments. Would you take a minute and just share your heart's response below? So we can all be in agreement. I think that what I would love to see is a community in this YouTube group, not just as some random video, but as a community of believers where we actually encourage each other in the comments. So, all right, sit back and let me encourage your heart today. I'm going to start out with Psalm 19, verses 2 and 3 in the Passion Translation. Each day gushes out its message to the next, night with night, whispering its knowledge to all. Without a sound, without a word, without a voice being heard. And I wrote, in the stillness, you are here. You don't speak a word, yet the reality of your love is louder than a million voices. My thoughts are quiet. I feel you breathing life into the depths of my spirit. Your glory shines through the darkness that surrounds me, rising on the horizon of my heart. You touch me with the vibrancy of a brilliant sunrise. Come closer, share your secrets with me, teach me to soar above the clouds where all I can hear is the sweetness of your love. You are as radiant as a bridegroom on his wedding day. You don't need to say a word, for when you look at me with those eyes of zealous love, I am overcome. This feels like a dream. The King of the universe has chosen me. I surrender in holy worship, leaning into your embrace. And now the only sound I hear is the beating of a love-sick heart, yours and mine. Tangled knots of tangible affection. You're the beauty of silence. That last sentence really resonates with my heart. You are the beauty of silence. Allow your heart to engage with that reality that He is the beauty of silence. That silence that we resist, that we push away because we are so stuck in our heads and we want an answer. And He says, come close, just enjoy the beauty of silence and be with me. Pray that this has been a blessing. Please let me know if it has, or what stuck out to you, especially in the comments below. Maybe encourage someone else in the comments below. And again, remember, tomorrow I will share a prophetic word.